Okay, how's it going, everybody? Um, okay. So I know I said the next game I was gonna stream was probably gonna be Donkey Kong Country 2. Here's the thing. My OCD was like, you can't stream that because it's not November yet. My brain has it in me that like Shadows of the Empire and Donkey Kong Country 2 are like games to play around November. And then Dead Rising's right around October. That's where my brain's just like, that is acceptable to play. So I'm like, what do I stream right now? So I was like looking through, and I went, Link to the Past. I've never streamed that before. I've played it a million times. I'll probably get lost, but this game is special to me. Of course, it was actually the first Super Nintendo game that my dad bought. And he actually gave it to me. I still have the copy that he gave. Even though we don't talk, it still means a lot to me. Like that and Donkey Kong Country 2 mean a lot because it was like games that we bonded over, you know? So. Anywho. The wizard Aghanim has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the Seven Wise Men's seal. Excuse me. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. That's Link's uncle, I believe. I love this music. It's only in the first part. You know, combine that with the rain, I was blown away by this when I first saw it. I gotta do that. Okay, where's his uncle at? I think he's... I know he's passed out somewhere. Or I gotta fall down a hole or something. This game is acceptable. I don't know when I played this. I know I've played it a lot. I forgot where it's at. Tank Action, what's up? How's it going? I've seen this game in the, was it the Unreal 4? And they actually had him going through the field with a lantern to this music. Okay, I gotta remember where that bush is. It's been a long time. I was, I think 11? 11 when I was playing this. Huh. Maybe I can go all the way up to the castle. Yeah, another great game for the ages for sure. And it's funny because I love this music and they only played at the very beginning. I did not beat this game until really the GBA port. Oh man, I remember as a kid. I was explaining earlier that okay, I know where it's at now. That my dad and I, this was like a game that we had bonded over. We weren't really the closest, but this was a game that he bought, I helped him beat, and then he gave me the game. And I still have the cartridge. There it is. I thought it was closer to home, but I do remember this one. How's the volume, by the way? Should I turn it up? It's funny, the first two Zelda games really intimidated me. I was like legit afraid to play them. Hey, Jedi chick! Cake right now. Love you too. Thank you so much. Let me give you a shout out. And then I'm gonna give Tank and Jedi chick a shout out. Hold on a sec. I was gonna combine your guys' name. My brain was like, don't do that. Damn ADHD's thinking so fast. I want that cake you showed me. Ooh, Viennetta. I should eat that. There we go. Jedi's always making me want to play retro games. You actually made me want to play Sonic. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, I could... Okay, you know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do. I'll get a slice of that cake. Tank, since you're here and Jedi Lex is here, you guys are like super big into like retro stuff. Wait till you see this. Movie time for you. Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab a slice of that and then I will show you. Alright, here we go. So this is it's the Viennetta cake from the 90s. I found it at the store. But like it's like chocolate at the top, there's like layers of chocolate. It's ice cream and then the chocolate that you see there, it's crunchy. Yeah, it's like crunchy. And it's interesting because like the top is kind of like whipped cream. So I always call it an ice cream cake, but you can see there that kind of stuff right there. I'm sorry I look like shit. It's really hot. I don't do well in the heat. So the fact that Jedi Lex got me to get ice cream cake, she kind of twisted my arm to do it. Hopefully you guys could hear me. But yeah, one in. cold. I gotta finish this off. Wow. I don't know if you guys heard that crunch, but that was the chocolate. Yeah. I don't know if you guys, if you have Safeway, but it was at a Safeway, and I think in Southern California they're called Vons. But yeah, I was really shocked. I'm like, wait, they make Viennetta still? I hadn't seen that since like the 90s. You can't get through there. Black Knight, what's up? Thank you for the host, I appreciate that. Is the volume okay for you guys? Do I need to turn it up? I need to turn it up? Oh, let me give you a shout out too. Hold on for a second. Let me get this. Alright. Okay. Turn it up a smidge. If you guys need me to turn it down, let me know too. God, I remember as a kid being completely thrown off by, I didn't know I could go down. Little section. It's like over here. I didn't know I could do this. I wonder if Nintendo would ever remake this. That'd be kind of good. That'd be really good. Just give me the option, though, to keep the music the same. Back outside. Yeah. Yeah, right? Same here, same here. It's super relaxing with the rain kind of pouring on the outside. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. And keep that going. It's funny, like, so I was gonna play Donkey Kong Country 2, but my brain was like, you can't do that. You only play that or stream that in November, and I'm like, yeah, that is true. And then it's like Dead Rising 2, and then my brain's like, you only do that in October. So, damn OCD one. Okay, we can go this way. Pardon me, oh no. Do Mario Hun? Really? Because I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out something to stream before Final Fantasy 12, because I want to play 12 and 10, but those are gonna take a long time. Then we got Ninja Turtles coming out in a week, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to get super into anything just yet. God, I miss the boots that make you run fast. Hey Lex, I'm getting lost. I always get lost. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I love this game, and it's just like, yeah, can't find out where I'm going. 3 hours later, I find it. Haha. A map, my kryptonite. I love this part. Goodbye. No witnesses. What guard? You don't see anything. Did you ever get the good bee in this game? This is the only game I know that had the good bee, and I loved him. He would kill enemies for you and get rupees and bring them back to you. Okay, Viennetta cake done. Yeah. Compass. Oh, boomerang! Woohoo! Thank you, God. Okay. Got it from here. Do I go there? Don't you remember? Yeah, when I was, I want to say 11, my dad would call me and go, Kurt, you know, what do I do? I'm stuck here, and I remember I'd played it, so I'd help him through it, and then when he beat it, he gave me the game as like a thank you. No hearts, okay. I don't talk to him much, but actually this would be fitting. I'm playing it right around Father's Day, so that this works. I made it work. Playing For Honor with Earl. Who's Earl? It's a weird way to spell Earl. Earl Friendos? Alright. Say hi to Earl for me. Earl. Wait, I had the key the whole time? Wow. Yeah. What if you were dreaming? What if that was your alarm clock going off? It's like, Lex, get up, you gotta do work. Woohoo! Oh, did you ever play Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge for the Super Nintendo? That is the hardest game I've ever played in my life. By far, the freaking hardest game I've ever played. Never. The music is incredible. Absolutely incredible. But, it is easily the hardest game I've ever played in my life. Like, I know that I will die and I'll never beat it. Never. Like, playing against the Juggernaut as Wolverine, I can't do it. I even told people if I could sit in your house and watch you play an unmodded, No Game Genie Super Nintendo, and I get to sit there and watch you play and beat the Juggernaut, I would give you my whole work check. That is how confident I am that it just can't be done without cheating. Because even my older brother's like, what do you have to do? Say no to pot. He was doing pot and then he was tripping. Sorry. Ooh, that's right. She breaks the seal. Oh, the sanctuary. Okay. It's like the church, if I remember right. Oh wow, diagonally. Jeez. Man, Lux was making me want to play Sonic, the original Sonic also. The dress is getting wet. Yeah. Giggity. Oops. Well, Uncle's body's gone. Good to know. How the fuck do I get out of here? I gotta remember, I know where the sanctuary, you know, I remember what place it is. They have really kind of haunting music. Oh, up here. I think we push it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey, what's going on, Matt? Kicking it old school tonight. Yes, your favorite system? Okay. Alright, cool. Mine's, I would say, in terms of classic systems, so we're gonna go from the Atari 2600 to the Dreamcast. I would go, my favorite system would be PS1, Super Nintendo, NES. Or actually, no, I do PlayStation, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, SNES. The ones that really stand out. What are your favorite games on the system? After passing through the sewers, we were very close to the sanctuary. Let's be careful. My favorite game on the SNES, though, Donkey Kong Country 2. That's pretty easy for me. Oh, and then by the way, since she's here, but Jedi Chick Lex, she plays a lot of retro games. So I don't know if you see her in chat, but I'm gonna give her a shout out. She plays a lot of old school games. She actually made me want to play the original Sonic the Hedgehog today. But I was like, let me do Zelda. I've never played A Link to the Past on stream. But yeah, you might want to check her out. My favorite boss battle in the game is the one where you blow up the floor and then the sunlight goes through and you put the girl inside of the sunlight and she becomes a monster. That is one of my favorite boss battles. Oops. Hold up. Alright, so we're on the map. No, don't. He lies. He's better than me. No, I wouldn't. No. All good systems. So many good ones on the SNES. Really hard to pick. But I'm going to have to say the original Super Mario World. Oh, yeah. That one holds up. That one still holds up. The music's really good. Here, actually, I'll give you a little fun fact about me. And I've been working on it for about a year and a half. I have not beaten Yoshi's Island in my life. Never beaten it. Right around the time that came out, I think the PlayStation 1 was coming out right around there. So I just never rented it. It was one of those games where I was like, I want to play it. And yeah, one of these days I'm gonna beat it. Oh my god, what are you doing, fingers? My favorite 3D Zelda, I'm gonna go with Majora's Mask and then Wind Waker. I love Super Punch-Out, by the way. That's just a little side note. Never beat Yoshi's Island? No. Go back to it sometime. I could, yeah. Maybe tonight will be like a retro game night. We'll go to a couple different games. Actually, I want to show you something real quick. This is pretty funny. I remember my dad going, "Alright, so how do I know which wall I could blow up?" And, oh, I can't go back down, but I had him tap the wall. Hey, Ramsey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. Mario World, or Mario 3 and Super Mario World, yeah. But I love Mario Brothers 2 also. I love Mouser and Wart. I don't know why they don't include those guys in Smash Brothers. It's like maybe an alternate for King R. Rule. But man, they need to have him. And Mouser is cool too. I always go with the right, but let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. You love this game? Yeah. And of course, I always have to name him Link. I think if you name him Zelda, there's like certain properties you get, or at least there was in the first Zelda, but isn't it? It's Link. Almighty evil force that guides the wizard's action. The stream's good. The stream's good. How's it for you guys? The volume's good, or is it too loud? Am I overpowering the game? Is it overpowering me? How's it? Oh, and then for Jedi Chick Lux, for the bits she gave me, I don't know if you guys remember in the 90s, there was an ice cream cake. It was like a fancy cake, and they sold it at grocery stores. It was called Viennetta. They actually still make it, so I had a little bit of Viennetta playing A Link to the Past. So there we go. Cheers. You know, I was just thinking my pirate emote is actually a default cheers emote too. Where's he at? There he is. And believe it or not, that pirate emote is based on a picture I saw of Diddy Kong as a pirate. I was debating someone about old school games, but I still think it being the best. I'm not sure if I can think because they're really good or if I'm being clouded. No, you're not being clouded by nostalgia. You're not. No. Because the way I look at it, old games had to be... Okay, so... Well, let me get out of the church. Here. This music's... Okay, let's get out of here. But I'll go over why they're better. Let's go over here. There we go. The beautiful Zelda theme. There we go. So no, games, I want to say up until what? 2014? 2013, 2014? It had to be complete. Like when you made a game, it had to be complete. So like no missing levels, no nothing. I remember when I worked at EB Games in 2002, there was DLC for a PC game, and it was Horse Armor. Like it was nothing really big, you know. But now I mean, Capcom used to do this all the time. They would make a game, and then they'd lock the other content behind a paywall. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I think about games down since 2013. Yeah, see? Yeah, because they finally got really familiar with DLC, and they've definitely taken advantage of that. There are games though that were artificially, I mean, they made them harder because there was not that much content to them, so they made them really hard to keep people playing. But a lot of that was, to be honest, that was on the NES. The NES had like ridiculously hard games. But then I've seen people speedrun them and beat them in like 6 minutes. The DLC point super valid. Yeah, absolutely. So I used to be an assistant manager at EB Games, and I was also a game advisor. So I'd have to like listen to customers and be like, "All right, what are you looking for?" And then based on what they'd say, I'd recommend a game. So talking about video games, I could do that all day. And then just seeing some of the shit they put out. So I'll give you another example. So Resident Evil 4. The original, in my opinion, it's a perfect game. It's literally perfect. The controls are perfect. The graphics still hold up. There's no reason to make a remake to it, other than the fact that it's the highest-selling Resident Evil of all time. So they're gonna remake that first. Excuse me. That's why they ported on everything, iOS. Every system, because it just sells like hotcakes. Hey, Chrissy, what's good? Speaking of which, oh, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually have a Resident Evil 4 emote. My Leon's wearing... The monkey mascot is wearing the crown, the Salazar family crown, and Leon's bomber jacket right there. But, anywho, my point is, there's no real demand for a Resident Evil 4 remake. It's just a return on investment that the developers want to get. Oh, okay. Let me just sit back and appreciate this music. This is really good stuff. Never mind DLC necessarily. Microtransactions ruined it a lot. Yeah. EA, I would say, EA and Activision probably the worst culprits. The only time, okay, DLC is okay as long as it's not already on the disc. If it's on the disc and I'm paying you $60, give me the game. Too bad. But oh wait, I have to go back down? Okay. Yeah, I love this song though. I remember, so little side note, when you used to call Nintendo's what was it, 1-800-255-3700. Their little customer service line, that was their hold music. At least it was in the 90s. So if your system broke or whatever, if you called them, that was your hold music. And then when Donkey Kong Country 1 came out, it was the underwater music. Chrissy, what's going on though? Let me give a shout out to Chrissy. Hold on for a sec. Chrissy's another one that plays old school games too. She's... What I love about Chrissy though is Chrissy will play the old... I grew up a lifelong console peasant, and so I now have a PC and I'm catching up on a lot of old games. The only FMV game I knew of was Night Trap. And so being friends with Chrissy, I'm learning all about the FMV games on the PC, and so it's a lot of fun to watch her and get ideas from her on FMV games I should play. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, the one I really wanted to play, and I'm going to play it, is Gabriel Knight. Gabriel Knight, man, that's got a cast. Oh, okay. Okay, so I beat Toonstruck. Toonstruck's a lot of fun. How do you stream that? I can't stream it. OBS doesn't like Toonstruck. Oh, the fortune teller. Yeah. I like her music too. Doom, 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 doom. Forget how much it cost me. It's okay, Link. I do this in real life too. I've had my palm read a couple times. You know what I didn't know? They've made 3 Gabriel Knight games. I didn't know that. I only had the first 2, so I get paid tonight at midnight. I'm gonna buy the 3rd one. It's cool to find out all your streaming content. I'm gonna follow. Oh yeah, for sure. If you like retro games and all that stuff, FMV, those 2 you can't go wrong with at all. Yeah. Okay, you didn't tell me anything. Okay. So I'll tell you a fun fact too. I have a sister on my dad's side. So my parents split up, remarried. They had kids. On my dad's side, his oldest, she's huge into Zelda. I mean, big into Zelda, and that's how we got closer. She has a whole Zelda tattoo on her back, like Majora's Mask on her back. I put my other monitor and captured the display in a weird way. I will double check. Okay, yeah, for whatever, it's so weird. I mean, I drew a blank on what to do. I don't know. Oh, these are the bandits, I believe. And people are just relaxing, playing some old games. It's like really oh yeah, well you know why? I'll tell you exactly what I meant. It's because it takes you back to a simpler time. My mom calls it salad eating days. Just real easy, chill days. That's where these games take you back to. A couple games that OBS didn't... Yeah, OBS is like, what? It's like the Loki meme. It's like, I've never seen this before in my life. Now, if you wanted to see me scream at an old game, though, that I absolutely love, it would be Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge. I'd be cussing at it. Boop, boop. Boop. Okay, put... Shit, I used to remember this. Oh my god, okay. Down? No. Here we go. No. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna cheat. Sue me. Oh my god, why don't I remember this? Money. Okay. Oh, well, fuck, I can't get that. But I can get that. I can't get that, though. Alright, whatever, we'll just... Damn it, I don't remember. I think this is the husband and wife, right? Or the one with the kid? Okay, it's the grandma. Collecting victims. Prosperous people known as the Hylia inhabited the land. Legends tell of many treasures that the Hylia hid throughout the land. The Master Sword and Mighty Blade Forge. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. I understand. Thank you. Here, let me light your stove. I'll do that for you. Let me light it. Oh yeah, I love. Okay, this music. You hear the drop, drop. Tick, tick. See, drop, drop. Okay. Oh. Hold up. So wait, there's like a gang hideout right by an old lady where she lives. That's sketch. Sounds like a cat purring. Okay, so we got him. We're good. Noise. Okay. Okay, so we're really close. Oh, I love this. I love this. That bird. Yeah, bottles are super important. Very, very, very important. Oh yeah, yeah, she fucking snitches. I forgot there are some people that do that. You can't go in her house either. Wow. I gotta find the sick boy and get his bug catching net. Did you know that you can reflect Ganon's magic back at him with the bug catching net? Oh, this guy that runs away? Yeah. Bastard. BRB. Okay, BRB gonna get my tea. Wow. Dropping bars. BRB gonna get some tea. Fell down, skinned my knee. About to go play some Nintendo Wii. Sorry. Damn it. Okay. And then can I... No, because that's going to take up a bottle. Oh, I think his grandpa's up in the mountains. Okay, his grandpa's over there. If I remember, there's like a monkey that will actually help me with getting up there. And then there's just... Okay, for years I did not know that you can go on the back side of this bar. Yeah, I think I was a teenager when I figured that out, or much older. Oh, that's right. That's pretty sad. You'll see him playing the flute and he disappears to look for the golden powers not returned. I saw her, a very nice young lady at the waterfall, wishing in the hills where the river begins. Link, you should meet her. You'll like her. Okay. They're chickens. No. I need my Pegasus boots though. Okay, we gotta do this once, okay? We gotta do this once. Gotta get the birds to come out at least once. There we go. I'll clip this. Okay, there we go. Got that once, there we go. I imagine if Final Fantasy was like, I'm sorry, if Zelda was like Final Fantasy, that would be like a summon. Is it a wanted poster? Yeah. Get out of here. And Okay, there's a little boy in bed. I remember very vividly there's a little boy. Why are these girls snitching? Why? That blood's on your hands, lady. Interesting story. There's a lake swimming with Zors, yeah. First, the river is hard to find. Yeah, as you get flippers. Not gonna lie, that'd probably be my place. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, okay, I can't just whip out the bottle. You zoned out? You're going now, okay. Alright. Wow. Why do I remember a sick kid laying in bed and he's got a bug net? Maybe it's later on in the game, I don't know, I remember this kid giving me his bug net. T will do that? Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go over to the right. Alright. I don't know. I'm probably thinking too far ahead. You know what I'm excited for too, Matt, is they're having a like a Ninja Turtle compilation. And it's gonna, I think 13 games on it, but they're gonna be Game Boy games, Tournament Fighters from the SNES and the Genesis, and Turtles in Time and the arcade game. Man. Yeah. Oh wait, is this the, hold on. This is the smith. And I used to take out my hammer and I'd hit the sword for him. Yeah. I love that. Oh. Yeah, multiple platforms. I believe it's going to be everything. But God, I remember... Okay, I'll name you like 2 underrated Super Nintendo games that I think about often. One of them is Tournament Fighters, Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters for the SNES. The other one? Family Feud. The Family Feud Super Nintendo game. I think about that game like often. The music, the graphics, they'd go, oh, good answer, good answer. I don't know why I think about that game a lot, but I do. Or Tiny Toons Wacky Sports, oh man. Man, oh man, that was a good one. Oh, the brothers aren't talking. Yeah. My older brother would have done that. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things... Yeah, when I think about the Super Nintendo and feeling better, like... Or going back to that place, you know? I always think of those games. Family Feud, Wacky Sports, and Tournament Fighters. Damn it. Try again, maybe? Okay, I think I need the Pegasus boots for this. No big deal. I've achieved getting my tea. It was a ton of work, but I did it. Where is it at? Hold on. Okay, I've got to have... I don't have clapping? Well, I can type it in for you. Hold on. I thought I had it on my stream deck. I don't. Oh, I love this music too. That'd be music to play, like if you had like a... if you're holding a raffle on stream, that'd be music to play. I think the boy playing the flute's up here, actually, the guy who turns invisible. I think he's up here. Yep, there he is. The guy in the bar, that's his son, right there. The only Zelda game, excuse me, that I've never beaten still, Adventures of Link. I've never beaten number 2. Okay, so we're getting there. Am I a terrible person for being tired of streams where people try to be sexy? Yeah. Well, it just gets old. Either you are or you aren't. You don't really have to try. Like, you don't have to try. I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying that kind of stuff just happens naturally. Like, you don't have to. Like, no joke. So, you know, girls having their tatas out, or dudes just going like, okay, so like, I was over here, and like, I was over there, and if you look at, so like, there's like Wario right here, and it's like, I don't know. If I'm a thirst trap, let it be my personality. I don't know, but you know, I don't mind being called handsome, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I get you. Like, it's after a while, it gets annoying. Village elder, descendant. There's a young man like you searching for the sword. Sorry. Pendant of Courage from the East Palace. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. These guys take forever to... Okay, I thought they took forever to kill. Too many people out there looking for physical validation from completely random people. Yeah. Although, not gonna lie, I think... Okay, this is where it gets kind of tricky for me. I think whoever I get with, I think she's gonna be a streamer just because there's a lot of girls that I know. They go, oh, well, when you get with me, you're gonna have to stop playing games, or you're gonna have to stop streaming. I'm like, well, I'm fucking stopping. Like, I've built this from the ground up. No. So I think it's gonna have to be a girl that plays games or streams also. That's what I think. For me, you know what I mean? But I definitely don't go seeking physical validation from just anybody. They gotta be special. If you like... Okay, if you look like you're just chilling like you would anytime, then okay. When it's like they might as well say, hi, I'm attempting to be sexy. Is this working for you? Yeah. Well, here, let me take out the glasses and do my hair. Is it working? Sorry. I'll boo myself for that. Hold on. Yeah. Just like, okay. I think picking up girls, especially in a Super Nintendo shirt, that's how you do it. Oh, yeah, it's very hot. I'd be like, I might not be the link to your past, but I might be the link to your future. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry. Don't hate the Mario, yeah. That was smooth, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I know some girls in real life that go, you know, I think it's really cool what you're doing, but like, I love the hypothetical that I don't agree to. They're like, if we were together, you'd have to stop. It's like, you can go get fucked, but not by me. You'll pick up the right person wearing a paper bag. Okay, that is a nice feeling to... I'm trying to get that idea in my head, you know? Just accepting if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Like nothing can really get in the way if it's meant to be. I can get with that idea. Was it, Grandma, how'd you get with Grandpa? Well, he was wearing a paper bag over his head and wearing a Mario shirt. Sounds like Bill Cosby, sorry. That's when you look at them and say, if we were together, you're gonna have to stop reading those garbage books and reading and watching those shitty movies. They probably watch murder porn, you know, Investigation Discovery, but I don't care. Yeah, because my parents are gamers, both of my parents, my stepdad's a gamer, all of my siblings play games, so I'm like, you know what, I no joke, I really want a dynasty of family members that play games and stuff. My sister Nona Bear 10 streams, I have another sister that works for Nintendo, my mom worked at Atari, like there's so many, it's in my blood, you know? Maybe one day you'll meet the right woman when you're wearing that Foxhound shirt, ooh. Wouldn't that be ironic? You know, you're wearing a shirt that's supposed to make you invisible, but you end up standing out to the right one? That'd be crazy. I did a non-gamer once. Him and I are friends. Okay, me and his friends played lots of games together, though. Yeah, and he's probably like, you gotta stop doing that. I love this music. Okay, as a kid, I used to think these balls looked really real. It's supposed to make me invisible, and then the girls are like, what is that? I'm like, kept you waiting, huh? Turn. I love when the tiles start attacking you. It's one of my favorite things to fight. Oh, a compass. I used to think that was a crown. Not a crown. And that's a speaker box. Ah, this is for the other way. Yeah, but these actually do about the same. Yep. I don't need a bow and arrow. You just smash him in the head with a freaking pot. Hey, Chrissy, I don't know if you were here when I said this, but just say no to pot! Get it? Ew, it's locked. I used to be in a long-term relationship with a girl who had less than zero interest in games. I'd play Metal Gear while she was doing her own thing. And eventually it got to the part where she started watching, and before you know it, she's asking me, "Ooh, are you gonna play Snake today?" That's the dream, sir. That is the dream. To be fair, though, there have been some girls that stream that I was interested in, and I think, well, yeah, I think they're interested in me too. And they would be like, "You gotta stop, like, if girls are talking to you, you gotta stop blushing, like, it's just, you know." And I'm like, well, I'm not saying anything back, I'm just blushing. But they couldn't handle it, even though they do even worse on when they would stream, but I don't know, it's funny, like, I guess it's, even though they stream, they might not be accepting of certain things, you know? But yeah, if it's whoever the right person is, it's supposed to be the right person. I can get with that. But man, oh man, whenever I get with her, I'm just gonna be like, "What took you so long? For fuck's sake." Sorry. It's gonna be like that Titanic meme. It'll be like, it's been 87 years. I did go up there. Wow. Okay, there we go. I used to think those things would come to life, but they don't. Does anybody else remember the Zelda cereal? I remember the Zelda cereal. Put to the face, yeah. Say no to pot. You gotta say no to pot. Well, I did that joke with you earlier when it was just you and I. Like, just say no to pot. I'm like, because he fell off the edge. I'm like, because he's tripping. Nona Bear always teases me. She's like, I'm so glad you explained the joke. And then, by the way, I always tease my sister with having a deep voice. I say she sounds like Vince McMahon. Okay, I think we are good. Oh, these guys are fuckers. They take your magic when they hit you. Big key, woohoo! Now let's see, is it the hook shot or is it the bow? I want to say it's the bow. Could be wrong though. That's the bow, okay. Only because that one, what do you call it? The treasure box was kind of far away and it looks like you could hook shot over there. Give me some hearts. Poor favor. Get some hearts. Thank you. Alright, come on over. Oh, so did you guys watch the what was that? The Summer Game Fest? I watched it. Did anything stand out to you guys? So other than COD, I always default. I'm always gonna get COD. Like, it's like being in a shitty relationship. You're gonna complain about it, but you're gonna stick with it. I'm gonna buy Modern Warfare 2. Like, I already know that. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get Shredder's Revenge. 6-player multiplayer? Are you kidding me? Yes. But there's like there were two games that I was like, hey, this looks pretty good. Nightingale looks incredible. If you guys haven't checked out Nightingale, you gotta take a look. It looks really, really good. And then Neon White looks really good, and it's cheap. Let's see. Are you gonna get the... Oh, yeah, okay, here's the thing. I normally buy the games on my system, and then Nona, she'll download them onto hers and play. But this time, specifically for her, because I know how much she wanted it, I got it for her as an early birthday gift. So I won't have the Quarry, but I mean, excuse me, I could get it on Xbox. I could, right? I think it comes out for Xbox. Ooh, but you're a PlayStation gamer, right? I could get it on PlayStation. Wait, so wait, you have it on PC? You have everything now. Ooh. Just because I'm like, I could go for achievements. Because here's the, like, I don't want, I know with PlayStation you can game share, but you can't play the same game at the same time. So I want to make sure that if I play it, it doesn't interfere with her playing it. But I probably well, I'm gonna get it on everything. I collect games, so I will have it on everything eventually. Okay, alright, cool. Do you have a PS5? No, you're not yet, but it's coming out next week, so I'm gonna try it. Okay, cool, cool. This music right here is iconic. Right here. Warning shot. Oh wait, he is somewhere over here. There he is. Oh wow, Pegasus shoes already? Really? Really? I mean, next to the good bee, this is the most valuable item in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, I do want the Quarry. And then Neon White comes out next week, and Ninja Turtles comes out next week. Damn. Oh my god, we are cooking with gas. Oops. So it's... Okay, sure. Cool. And then I think it's over. I think we start with, we go to the left and then we go up. And then we get the S word. We get the sword. Whoops, wrong button. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, this is I love the Pegasus boots. What do you think of the Breath of the Wild games? I know it's old now, but I've always wanted to play it. Breath of the Wild, in my opinion, kind of reminds me, it's Nintendo's version of Red Dead. Like single player. Because you get a horse, you make food, you just you grab weapons just off the ground as you go. I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's good. Is it one of my favorite Zelda games? No. I mean, it's really vast and it's beautiful. Like, the graphics will still hold up. Okay, I've had dreams of going to this stupid house. I think this is Fortune Teller again. Yeah. I don't know why I always think of this area. Where's this at, anyways? Yeah, I always have dreams of this area. Oh, and that's a portal. The 8-ball. The 8-brick. Yeah. Doing something... Yeah, just because... One thing okay. So once you get the Master Sword, it's supposed to be... I mean, we're talking one-shot kills on most things that live. In that game, no, it's not one-shot. Like, eventually over time, the power will kind of wane. And then if I remember, you've got to charge it a specific way. So you don't really use it as much, and you go back to just using weapons off the ground and tree branches and stuff. And I don't know. It's okay. Like, am I gonna buy the sequel when it comes out? Hell yeah. But when anybody asks me, oh, what's your favorite 2D Zeldas? I'm like, this game and A Link Between Worlds. Ooh, Link's Awakening though. I have a Link's Awakening poster right over here. Hot dogs are fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm basic.
We have fries and fries.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sure?
Yeah. Sleepy, what's going on? It's the Quarry. Did you download your Quarry yet? I know you did. I'm sure you did. But if you were to ask me what my favorite 3D Zelda is, I immediately go to Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. Like, Breath of the Wild doesn't even really come up with me. Like, the Quarry officially available to play. How many endings does that game have? What is like 100? Something crazy? yeah, I don't know. I guess the best way I can put it, so, excuse me. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I love Resident Evil 4. My second favorite game of all time. I love it. Does it play like a Resident Evil game? No. So when you ask me, oh, what's your favorite Resident Evil game? Technically it's 4, but Resident Evil 4 plays like such a different game that I almost don't even qualify it as you know. It is, but it isn't. 188 endings? Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry. Wow. I hope you guys like watching me play the court, because you're gonna get 188 endings. I'm just kidding. Excuse me. My sinuses only flare up when I'm streaming. And then when I'm done, I talk normally. And then on stream, I'm like... And I don't smoke, so I don't know what the hell is wrong with my nose. Aha! Woohoo! Got it. Good to think not a trophy for all endings. Really? Okay. Yeah, because was there only 50 trophies, right? I think. Oh wait, I gotta go up to the... No, we want to go up to this city. I gotta catch that dude in the red sombrero. Gotta go. Is this the way? Excuse me. You know what the worst Zelda is, in my opinion? Skyward Sword. I'm not a fan of it. Just every character seemed like it was a mini battle because they were guarding and you had to waggle and wiggle the remote. And when I get off work, I say this all the time, when I get off work, I don't want to waggle and wiggle anything. Like, I just want to hold a controller in my hands, you know? That all sounds dirty, and I'm sorry about that. Chrissy, I'm being a thirst trap again. Technically, 3 since Thursday is almost over. Oh. Jeez Louise. Okay, hold on for a sec. Minding my business. Oh, what was that? Oh my god. I just killed somebody. Gotcha. PlayStation Premium arrives in 3... Okay, so in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. I can live with that. My wallet can live with that. Excuse me. Alright, so we're gonna go down to the right, down to the left. Cha-cha. This next Monday? This Monday coming up? The only retro game I'm really looking forward to playing that I know they have is Jumping Flash. I don't know if you guys have ever played Jumping Flash 1 or 2, but those were early 90s PlayStation games, and the fact I thought Turok Dinosaur Hunter was the first person game to have 3D platforming in first person. It's Jumping Flash, and that came out in like 94. And it's ridiculous because it works. Okay, so we go down and to the left. Back and to the left. I hope you know what movie I'm referencing, by the way, with that. Okay. And I take the guy's sign. Okay, take that. He's gonna get mad, but I'm gonna throw it in the water. Oh, no, there we go. My current PlayStation Monthly membership expires Monday. I'm gonna get the premium upcoming Tuesday. I think mine expires in October, so I'm gonna just pay the difference. But I want it to be like the best membership. I want to pay it for the year. That way, you know, my younger siblings can play whatever they want. Now these guys were from Link's not Link's Awakening. Adventures of Link, those mud guys. I remember helping my stepdad a lot with this. Oh. And we're in. Haha. Excuse me. God, I feel so bad being stuffed up. Or not even stuffed up, it's just sinus pressure. Yeah. Does anybody else remember a game called Raston, by the way? It was an arcade game. Guy kind of looked like Conan the Barbarian, had a flaming sword. That didn't help. No, at one point you actually have to go outside, pull a tongue, go up the tongue, and then that's your second door. I remember. Ah, shnikes. Compass? Hang on just a second. Okay, we're back. Sorry. So worry about the delay. Yep. Oh, I used to be able to do that like threading a needle. Kind of there, right? Okay. Whoops. Okay, I thought I was sliding on over there. Okay, got our power glove. Don't you love the little nod to their other stuff? The power glove? It'd be like they're like a power being called the light zapper. I don't know. Okay, I'm using the analog stick. I need to use the D-pad. Jeez. Now it's one of these that go up, yeah. I will come back for you later. And you can't kill those things either. Yes. So this is where you go and you pull the tongue. Yeah, there was... At least I thought you pulled the tongue. Why am I... You ever have, like... I swear The Mandela effect is real. Just like, I remember pulling a tongue. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stay for this because I actually love fighting these little tiles. But I actually like fighting with the boomerang. Shit. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay. Do we really need to light these? Try. Debating me, nice. More tiles. No. Excuse me. And go here. It's just fun. I like fighting that. Okay. God, I'm slowly turning into my stepdad with that kind of aim. Oh yeah, if you guys have a Switch or Steam, you know, you guys could add me. Okay. Damn dirt. Oh, dude, you have to, especially if you're a classic, you know, gamer and a Nintendo fan. Absolutely. They did a really good job. So I'm normally, you know, like an achievement hunter, right? And I thought that was, you know, I was gonna disqualify that from getting a Switch, but man, they have so many good games. Like, they're really good. Even if, like, you're a retro gamer, I would definitely suggest getting a Switch. Oh, wow. Oh, I walked right into it. I want to play Metroid that came on the Switch a few months back. Oh, Super Metroid? I mean, I could rewind it, but I will play I will play legit. I'm headed to legit. Bastards. My older brother would kill me for that, like leaving the rupee behind. Okay. I know some people plant bombs. I usually always fight them with the sword and the spin attack. That's how I've always done it. Dude, Matt, they actually did a re-release of, I don't know if you played, but ActRaiser. And you have the option to listen to it with the original music or a remake of the tracks. I bought it, I haven't played it just yet. And then the good part is, when you buy stuff on Switch, you actually get points that gives you a discount on future games. Like I got Resident Evil 4 for free. Because I had so many Nintendo coins or points or whatever. Then there's Pac-Man 99, that's ridiculously good. Mario 35, really good. My favorite online experiences that aren't Call of Duty are on the Switch. Like, easily. Let's see. I remember that game, it was kind of like Sim Earth, and then it transitioned to a side scroller. Yeah. Yep. Oop. Down. He's gonna be red, right? I think. No? Oh, just more dirt comes out when he jumps. Trimmers, yep. Oh, pardon me. Oh, damn it. Really? Bam. I got you 3 temples. In what was that? Less than 2 hours. Or 2 temples, sorry. Kevin Bacon? You talking about 6... Oh, yeah, okay. Kevin Bacon Tremors. Did you guys ever play that game? 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? I remember in the 90s that was a really big one. Like, my mom and my older brother were really good at it. Alright, so... There we go. Why do I have a memory of pulling a tongue to unlock a door? Why do I have these false memories? Yeah, I remember when that was a thing. Yep. It's like, Kevin Bacon was in... I don't know, what's the... the Bruce Willis astronaut one? You love Tremors, yeah. Wow, paid no attention to the average middle-aged man streaming by the sign. What? Standing by the sign. Oops, sorry. Leave him alone. Why'd you take my sign? It says plain as day to leave me alone. Shoosh. Apollo 13. Okay, there we go. He wants to be left alone, but he follows you. Going down. Oh! Wow, you're a fucker. Nikes, okay. There we go. Done. Woohoo! Such an odd movie, but I literally don't know anyone who didn't like Tremors. Yeah, that's a solid movie. I forgot who it was. I think it was Slender Monk. I was asking him, like, oh, you know, what's your favorite movies? And he was like, well, non-Oscar movies, I would have to say. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm sorry. Your list can only be Academy Award-winning movies. Sorry, no. Like, no, it's just a fun movie. There we go. Oh, this is where you gotta shoot with arrows. Yeah, yeah, that's the only thing that works. Wow. Lunch is on me. Woo. Oh, okay. Excuse me. You sprinkle them with like magic dust to get they get glasses. Glasses and a mustache, I think. Okay, going up, going up. Okay, I really don't need to go through this guy's stuff because I have enough money, but I see you. Ooh, ice rod. Cool, cool, cool. No pun intended. Wow. You know, movie's a lot of fun is Police Academy 4. A lot of fun. Let's see. Yeah, see? And then you get a hammer and it makes a nice little animation. Where are we? Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be up in the hills. I'm all the way down. That is me. That is me. I'm gonna start talking Corey. Talk to y'all later. All right, Sleepy. I will see you later. Have fun. I think I'm gonna save and quit myself though. And then we'll create a save point here. There we go. Okay. And then we'll Save and quit. There we go. Alright. But thank you guys for joining me. I will be on... Actually, no, I take Friday, Saturday off. But yeah, I'll be back Sunday. I'll probably be playing this. But I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you on Sunday. Alright, here we go. I'm going to end it right now.